Former doubles partners turned foes. Armaan Bhatia taking on Ronan Camron in our men's singles quarterfinal. Of course, Bhatia coming off of that gold medal in men's singles in New York, but he also won a bronze playing alongside Ronan Camron in that tournament.
Yeah, newer partnership there on the doubles side. Camron and Bhatia both playing very well, but it's here on the singles side. Camron took a bronze in men's singles in New York. His first championship Sunday was back in 2023 in Houston, where he ended up taking the silver there. But Camron really starting to play well on both the doubles and singles side. He's one of those players that I talked about when Bhatia was playing against Solbeck as far as the court coverage, the cat and mouse game. Cameron's been able to add a little bit more power to his play as well, and kind of opened up with the opportunities for passing shots. So it'll be interesting to see the strategy going into this one for Camron.
You can tell that you and I have worked together for an extensive amount of time, because I was going to say that Ronan Camron, similar in the Solbeck vein in terms of the cat and mouse, but has the additional power. So a more interesting matchup for Bhatia.
It is. You know, Camron likes to play that cat and mouse game, but he has worked on the ability to have that opportunity for the passing shot. The issue is that there are times where he tries to do a little too much. If Bhatia comes out and plays as clean as he did against Solbeck, it's going to be very, very difficult for Camron to really put the pressure on if he doesn't slow the game down, if he's not able to get that ball below the net to then give him the opportunity from a passing shot. If he comes out just trying to pass, Bhatia has got such a reach. He has the ability to take that ball out in front, really create pressure with, the volleys. I think Camron has to try and establish that slower ball first to work to the passing shot. Bhatia is going to come out. We know he's going to play fast. He's going to put pressure on with a big serve, big ground strokes. He's going to force Camron to make him make an adjustment. If Camron isn't able to put any pressure on Bhatia, he's just going to come out and it's going to be business as usual.
Winner of this men's singles quarterfinal will be moving on to face the winner of Chris Hayworth, the top seed, currently taking on Brandon Lane.
Elsewhere across the venue, other quarterfinal matchups include Chris Hayworth and Brandon Lane.
So many good matchups across the landscape of the draw here in Newport Beach.
Vying for semifinal spots here at the Zimmer Biomet APP Newport.
If I had to make you choose, which I will, since I'm bringing it up.
If I had to,
which I say yes, that's exactly what's going to happen.
If I'm going to make you choose, continue your question.
Who does this match favor?
I would. The conditions right now, it favors Bhatia. If you were to ask me this same question in 3 hours, I would say it favors Camron, because within that time, the sun, we're starting to see it now. You talked about the fog came in this morning. It's now burnt off. It's starting to get warmer. As it gets warmer, that ball gets a little bit softer. It favors that cat and mouse. But I think we're still early enough that Bhatia is really going to be able to put that pressure on it and not lose any power in this one.
70 degrees and mostly sunny here in Newport Beach, just about a mile away from Bayside Beach, as the first point goes to Bhatia to open up this men's singles quarter.
A good reach there from Camron on that first volley, but Bhatia does have good court coverage, doesn't move as fast as Camron, but still able to create a lot, and an excellent backhand there from Bhatia.
Bhatia has looked very strong.
2-0.
Just one match today. Solbeck was his first. He had a bye, and that was where Bhatia worked a lot of free points against Will Solbeck, was getting return errors.
Yep. And we're seeing that time and time again on the men's singles side. Oh, that's
an error there at the kitchen line.
Yeah, that's an error that Camron can't have right there, especially off of just a little flick there from Bhatia that stayed up above the net.
Time.
Timeout receiver, 5-0.
Camron coming up a short on the backhand pickup and a quick timeout here as Bhatia has opened up a 5-point lead.
Well, it's a good timeout here from Camron, just trying to slow the momentum, stop the momentum here. Bhatia, we've talked about his big serve, the power on his ground strokes, but his ability, and we've already seen it, is when he gets up to the kitchen line, he's able to use the length, really reach in, kind of put some pressure on, a couple of nice backhand flicks.
UTR has unveiled the official pickleball rating system of USA Pickleball and the APP. Want to get your rating and don't know where to start? Let us show you how. Frosted cherry or brown cinnamon sugar?
Or tennis content, or both. Next, you will be asked a few questions about your pickleball experience, the amount you play, your experience level, and your USA Pickleball rating to determine an estimated UTRP rating. You will then be given an estimated UTRP pickleball rating, and that is only the beginning. Buy and play both recreationally and competitively near you. Sign up today at utrsports.net.
Armaan Bhatia out to a quick 5-0 lead over Ronan Camron here in our men's singles quarterfinal here at the Zimmer Biomet APP Newport Beach Open.
Missed
ball.
the sitter.
Look, from my perspective at least, that ball may have been spinning just a bit wide.
1-5.
Bhatia getting a little love off of the top of the tape. And if you're Camron, you're thinking, how else could this go?
Oh, you're like, I mean, a miss hit even hits the net cord and then kicks off even more past him.
No trouble with that pass. Another point for Bhatia, 7-1.
Yeah, good hold there from Bhatia as well. Waited for Camron to bite.
7-1.
Just placed it down the line.
Got that to roll in front of Camron right now. Pretty much everything going Bhatia's way.
Yeah, Bhatia nice and calm, cool, calm, and collected right now.
8-1.
Not trying to do too much. Not pressing.
Point.
Again, that backhand reach, that backhand flick.
No timeout.
And Camron, slow walk to the ball, down by 8 here in this opening game. Bhatia just applying so much pressure.
Well, Bhatia is very different to the majority of players with the ground strokes as far as he takes a lot of balls kind of on the half volley, especially on the forehand side. He's taking it so early that you get a difficult read from it.
2-10. Side out, point 11.
Camron not helping his own cause with a missed serve.
11-2.
Push just wide, another point.
And good triple up there from Bhatia on the forehand side there for Camron. Camron read it right, but Bhatia added a little bit extra pace on that last ball.
You're talking about the ability to read the ball off of Bhatia's paddle when he's taking it off of the rise. Is it about the read, or is it the reaction time, or a combination of both?
Combination of both. Because he's taking that ball so early, you know, you don't have the recovery time or the reaction time. But two, you know, a lot of the times you're reading where that ball's going by how the paddle's coming forward to the ball, right? So if I'm going to take it cross court, my swing's going to start from outside the ball. Bhatia goes so early and then makes an adjustment with the wrist it gives you very little time to be able to read the direction that he's going.
One of the major reasons why that wrist action, that he's able to hold balls for so long and forces opponents to commit to a side.
Yeah, absolutely.
His game has worked well so far today. He's up by 10 here in the opening game of this quarterfinal matchup against Ronan Camron.
12-2.
Threads the needle once again.
Him right there. Watch how early he takes this backhand. It's short, it's compact. He's able to change direction if he needs to from that positioning.
13-2.
Wow, painting lines. Excellent inside in forehand there from Bhatia. Sets up early, accelerates through the ball.
Camron watches it bounce just wide. Bhatia continuing to go to the backhand wing, finally forces the error, and now we'll have another attempt at closing out the opening game.
14-3.
Oh, you almost
nearly tracked it down. It just shows you what it takes to win a point against Armaan Bhatia.
Side out, 14.
Bhatia serving for the game once again. This time able to consolidate with a swinging volley roll. Bhatia taking the opening game at 15-4. Straightforward affair here on Championship Court.
Over 10 years ago, Gearbox changed the game. No honeycomb, no soft spots, just pure, patented technology. Players felt it instantly. This was different. That legacy lives on in the new GX2. With our SST 2.0 carbon fiber rib core, it delivers explosive pop, locked-in control, and unreal feel. It's not just better, it's Gearbox. Visit gearboxsports.com to experience the paddle built different.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of the APP Tour.
Looking for ways to keep active and mobile? Try Penetrex. Penetrex is different than other products with no greasiness, irritation, or unpleasant odors. Made with unique ingredients, it's 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Penetrex, the #1 online rated joint and muscle cream.
To recognize Gigi and Yeti for the Humana Human Care Spotlight. Gigi has played an integral role in recruiting volunteers for the APP Newport Beach Open the last 3 years. Gigi says of pickleball, quote, "The energy and support we all give to one another on and off the court is a beautiful blessing." Thank you for all that you do, Gigi. Well said as well.
Ooh, just wide. Camron trying to roll that one, get that ball down below the net. create that little cat and mouse type play. Ooh.
Side out.
Bhatia thought the serve was out. Camron played it. And Bhatia just smacks a forehand.
Well, it's kind of like when you have a flag that's against your opponent's free play.
Side out. Point.
Camron into the net. Is Bhatia another point? What does Camron need to do to shake things up?
Just what he was trying to do right there. You know, get a ball to bounce, but you know, more than just bouncing, it has to have an angle. It has to kind of pull Bhatia to one side of the court.
Too much pressure from Bhatia.
Well, Camron needs to get that first third down below the net that allows him to kind of come forward.
Falls by the wayside off of the net cord, and this one turning out very much the same way as the opening game went. Winner of this one advancing to take on the winner of Hayworth and Lane at the top of the bracket. Into the net there.
Yeah, that return's not going to do anything for Camron right there. Short, sitting up, and middle of the court.
Bottom half of the bracket is interesting. You know who's been playing great pickleball lately is Max Green, taking down Will Howells in 3 games as Camron misses the return there. He'll take on Patrick Kafka in the quarterfinal. That's your reward for beating Howells. You get Kafka.
And, you know, Kafka's one of those players as well where he talks about, you know what, I'm not really a singles player, but we've seen, I mean, we saw Kafka in Nationals in Mesa last year as well make a final on the singles side. He can either be on or completely off.
When he's on, watch out. Ended up falling in that championship match to Chris Hayworth. Speaking of championship matches, it'll be Kat Stewart going up against Bobby Oshiro in the women's singles on Championship Sunday. Bhatia looking to make it back-to-back Championship Sundays. He'll have to win this and one more should he want to have the opportunity to achieve that feat. What do you like most about Bhatia's game as he continues to get comfortable here on the APP Tour?
Well, honestly, I part of it comes down to how comfortable he is out there on the court. He doesn't really look like he's under a lot of pressure. He stays nice and calm, nice and composed, executes when he needs to execute. He's able to play, you know, different styles, different speeds. So we see a nice roll there from Bhatia.
We do have a final on the other quarter. It is the top seed Chris Hayworth moving on in straights over Brandon Lane. So winner of this will take on Hayworth. And right now that looks very much to be Armaan Bhatia, who has been overwhelming Ronan Camron.
Well, that's just too good right there. Again, how short and compact Bhatia is. You never see that paddle actually get behind his body. That's a good
placement
volley
there.
Yeah, good read, good volley there from Camron. Definitely the advantage goes to Camron if he can get into that cat and mouse, but the difficulty right now is even executing to get into it.
Oh, the last ball rolled over towards where we're sitting here on championship court, and you could hear Camron say to himself, figure it out, figure it out. And that is one of the difficulties of Bhatia's game, as Chad, you've already addressed. Ooh,
nice.
That was nice with some good shape to drop it in front of the paddle.
Good setup there from Camron as well. A little bit of pace to the backhand side. Gives him that forehand roll. That's the ball that Camron needs to make, though. If he's going to get on a run, he needs to execute that two-hand backhand roll right there, because that will now kick and pull Bhatia out and open the court up.
A rare miss in this match by Bhatia. It's really difficult if you are Ronan Camron to try to come back in a match like this where you can't string points together.
Over
Indecision. Should he have taken that out of the air or let it bounce?
Well, with how quickly he committed to that one, take it out of the air. Does he need to commit that quick? No. So, if he stayed nice and controlled there, he could have let that ball bounce, either taken it cross court, taken it down the line, waited for Bhatia to kind of give a little bit of an inkling in which direction he's going to move. But because Camron moved so quickly right there, he really had to commit to taking that ball out of the air.
He's taking a timeout here as Bhatia still looking dialed in over on his side, up a game and 6 points here in the men's singles quarterfinal. Meanwhile, Camron getting some advice from Lee Whitwell.
15 seconds.
Camron, 3 career APP medals, 2 of those coming at the last tour stop in New York, both bronze, and one of those alongside Bhatia in men's doubles.
Time in. 11-5.
Oh, made Camron commit and rip the winner. Bhatia continuing to close to the line.
I think that first ball, that first volley from Camron potentially was going out right there. But, again, never able to make a ball bounce, and Bhatia is able to come in and keep applying that pressure.
Another deep ball in the corner forces the error from Camron. Match point, Armaan Bhatia. Missed return, and Bhatia into the semifinals. 15-4, 15-5, a business trip for Bhatia. We'll talk to him next.
This is why we drink. We drink for tonight, finally in town on the same weekend. Inside jokes, the great outdoors, karaoke till dawn, another cold one and a second slice. We drink for tomorrow, for the 7 a.m. 5K and the tailgate that follows. For the personal best that's about to be bested. Kick flips and polar dips, drop shots, cheap shots, shoot your shot. We drink for the moment, shaky hands, steady beat, a blank canvas. Trying to be something. Drink for yourself. No alcohol, no hangover, no empty calories. Not a moment wasted. Partake brews the liquid. You bring the courage. Today is for the taking, and we make it happen.
You're 0 for 15 against your daughter because of your toenail bruises and blisters. But she doesn't care because she's got the win. So what do? You get RTP socks with small grip pads inside and out. Your feet will be planted and pain-free. So the next time you can show her that her old man still got it. Nice shot.
And that would be a W for me.
Shouldn't have told you about those socks.
Yeah, that's what you get for holding out on me.
Double or nothing.
Huh?
Road to Pro, official sock of the APP Tour.
Well, dominant performance here from Armaan Bhatia, taking it 15-4, 15-5. He's moving on to the semifinals, and he's courtside with Dorian Kraft and our Franklin post-match interview.
There we go. Thanks, Chad. Armaan, congratulations. You're into the semifinal. You told me that this result even surprised you. Why is that?
Ronan's been playing some great ball, so I mean the scoreline was a little surprising for me as well. I did play well, but I think the courts and the conditions are just suiting me a little better, and I'm happy to get the win.
4 and 5, very business trip-like. You said you liked the way that you played. What did you like the most about your game?
I'm just enjoying serving big over here and returning and just getting up to the net.
Well, your game is looking pretty good. You're going to need to take a good game into the semis against Chris Hayworth. It's going to be a rematch. What should we expect to see from you in that matchup?
I think it's just going to be a lot of power from both ends.
Well, you heard it here first. Don't go anywhere. There's going to be a lot of power in that semifinal. We still have more men's singles action coming up. Don't go anywhere. Still plenty of great pickleball here in Newport.